The first week of NFL free agency is officially in the books, and somehow, things got even crazier after day one. We've already covered the Raiders' spending spree, that massive Max Crosby trade collapse, Kyler Murray heading to the Vikings, Tua to Atlanta, and Malik Willis getting a massive bag in Miami. But guys, there is so much more that went down this week that we haven't even touched yet. And honestly, some of these moves might end up being way more important than the ones we already talked about. For example, Justin Fields just got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs to fill in for an injured Patrick Mahomes. Daniel Jones just got an $88 million extension from the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson is officially on the trade block, and the Packers are circling him like sharks. Oh, and the Philadelphia Eagles are quietly trying to trade A.J. Brown, and multiple sources are calling it inevitable. So today, I am going to run through everything you missed. We are grading the moves, breaking down the wildest rumors, and telling you exactly which teams just got a whole lot better and which teams made a massive mistake. If you want to stay up to date with the absolute latest NFL news, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, do it. Otherwise, the YouTube algorithm might not show you my videos in your feed when breaking news drops. All right, we got that out of the way. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's get into the madness. Let's start with the move that broke just yesterday, because there are a lot of layers to this one. The New York Jets have traded Justin Fields to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 2027 sixth-round pick. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, yo, a sixth-round pick 2 years from now? That's it? Yeah, that is exactly what Justin Fields is worth in 2026. A former 11th overall pick in the 2021 draft, and all the Jets could get for him was a day 3 pick. But the context here is what makes this story huge. Back in December, during a Week 15 loss to the Chargers, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL and LCL. The typical recovery for that is about 9 months, which puts his return right around the Week 1 opener in September. And look, Mahomes has been rehabbing like an absolute maniac. Jay Glazer reported that Mahomes got the surgery the day after the injury, before the swelling even kicked in, and had his knee bending at 90 degrees within days. Glazer literally said, "He's just different. He heals differently." So there is a very real chance Mahomes is back for Week 1, but there's also a chance he's not, and the Chiefs simply cannot afford to go into the season with Chris Oladokun as their backup. That dude started the final 2 games last year after Gardner Minshew got hurt, and honestly, it was tough to watch. With Minshew leaving for Arizona, KC had a massive gaping hole at QB. Entered Justin Fields. Fields went 2-7 as a starter with the Jets. He ranked 31st out of 36 passers in total QBR. He took 27 sacks, fumbled 4 times, and got benched in November. Jets owner Woody Johnson even publicly threw him under the bus, saying, "If we just complete a pass, it would look good." Yikes. The Jets paid him about $30 million for 9 starts and shipped him out for a 6th rounder. Peak New York Jets, right? But for Fields? This is the best thing that could have ever happened to him. He gets to learn under Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. The Jets are paying $8 million of his salary, and the Chiefs only owe $3 million. If Mahomes misses the first couple of weeks, Fields has the elite athleticism to keep that offense moving. And if he balls out in a few spot starts, he could revive his entire career. He has the talent. Now he finally has the coach. All right, this next one is going to make some people really angry. Daniel Jones? Yes, the same Daniel Jones the Giants cut, the guy everyone clowned, the guy I have literally photoshopped into an XFL press conference thumbnail on this very channel. He has just signed a 2-year, $88 million extension with the Indianapolis Colts, with $50 million fully guaranteed at signing. Danny Dimes is getting paid, ladies and gentlemen, and honestly, it's hard to argue with the Colts here. Jones went to Indy last year and was legitimately good. In 12 games, he led the Colts to an 8-4 record. He threw for over 300 yards, 19 touchdowns, and only 8 interceptions. Plus, he added 5 rushing touchdowns. He beat out Anthony Richardson for the starting job in training camp and proved he deserved it. He did tear his Achilles late in the year, so his Week 1 availability is up in the air, but the Colts saw enough to lock him in as their guy. But here is where it gets really spicy. The moment Jones got that extension, the Anthony Richardson era officially ended in Indianapolis. Richardson requested a trade a couple of weeks ago. The Colts gave him permission to seek a trade, and according to ESPN's Stephen Holder, the Green Bay Packers are the team to watch. Think about this. It makes perfect sense. The Packers just lost Malik Willis to Miami on a $67.5 million deal. They need a backup behind Jordan Love. And what did Matt LaFleur just do with Malik Willis? He took a raw, athletic, completely unproven quarterback, put him in his system, and turned him into a $70 million man. Richardson's numbers are ugly. A 47.7% completion rate in 2024. But he's only 23 years old, just 1 year older than Fernando Mendoza, the projected #1 overall pick. The physical tools are out of this world. The Colts rushed him. Green Bay will develop him, and with a cap hit of just $5.4 million, this trade feels like a matter of when, not if. Let's rapid fire through some major defensive moves. First, the Super Bowl champion Seahawks just lost an elite athlete to the Eagles. Tariq Woolen is signing a 1-year, $15 million deal with Philly. Pair him with Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, and the Eagles easily have one of the scariest cornerback trios in the NFL. Zero risk, massive reward. Next, the Buffalo Bills finally got their edge rusher. Bradley Chubb is heading to Buffalo for less than $15 million a year. He had 8.5 sacks in Miami last year, coming off a torn ACL. With Josh Allen putting up points on offense, Chubb is exactly the closer the Bills need to get over that playoff hump. Now, we need to talk about the Dallas Cowboys, because Jerry Jones is having a fire sale. They traded Rashawn Gary for a 4th-round pick. They traded starting D-lineman Osa Odigizua to the 49ers for a 2026 3rd-rounder. And they shipped Solomon Thomas to the Titans. They are stripping their defense for parts. As a Cowboys fan, I don't even know what to tell you right now. Meanwhile, the Washington Commanders were silently building a monster defense. They signed Odafe Oweh, brought in Kalavon Chason, who had 7.5 sacks in New England last year, and added Leo Chenal, Amik Robertson, and Tim Settle. Combine that brand new front seven with Dan Quinn's brain and a healthy Jaden Daniels at QB. Watch out for Washington. On the flip side, the Titans just released L'Jarius Sneed. This is brutal. They gave him a 4-year, $76.4 million deal, and in 2 years, he played just 12 games with 0 interceptions because of knee and quad surgeries. It is one of the worst acquisitions in recent NFL history. And a quick feel-good story. Travis Etienne is going home. He grew up in Louisiana, and now he signed a 4-year deal with the New Orleans Saints to be the heir apparent to Alvin Kamara. All right, let's talk about the biggest domino left to fall before the NFL draft, A.J. Brown. Multiple league sources have said an A.J. Brown trade is viewed as inevitable. The Rams tapped out, but the New England Patriots, led by Mike Vrabel, who coached Brown in Tennessee, are making a massive push. And we all know A.J. hasn't exactly hidden the fact that he wants to be a Patriot. The issue is the cap space. If Philly trades him before June 1st, they eat a $43 million dead cap hit. After June 1st, that drops to $16 million. So this trade makes way more sense for the summer. The Eagles want a Quinnen Williams-type package, a 1st-round pick and a 2nd-round sweetener. Right now, they are playing poker, and nobody is calling their bluff. But this story is a ticking time bomb. To wrap this up, the Max Crosby trade to the Ravens completely collapsed after he failed his physical regarding his knee. The Cowboys backed out, and his value took a massive hit. That saga could drag all the way into the regular season. As for the veteran QBs, Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers are still floating out there in free agency, with Rodgers leaning toward retirement at 42. If you take anything away from this crazy week, it's this. Number 1. The Chiefs brilliantly set themselves up for the Mahomes transition. Number 2, the Anthony Richardson to Green Bay pipeline is real and could be the steal of the year. And number 3, the A.J. Brown situation is going to explode before Week 1 and reshape the entire receiver market. We are just getting started, guys. The draft is right around the corner. There will be more trades, more chaos, and more drama. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a thing. I'll see you in the next upload.